Hi, this is Joe for the United Devils. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, a preview for the match versus Crystal Palace. Ollie's briefing gave us some squad news plus a bit of information about Greenwood playing for England and coming back, and it didn't really pull any punches really. He laid it on England a little bit. Also gave us some squad information. So, what we know is that Fred and Matic returned to training on Monday, as well as Mata and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, some of which had a spell in quarantine after coming back from Spain and the United, I think it was Dubai. So we've got a fully available squad. I'm not sure if a fully fit squad, but it's a fully available squad. Aside from Romero, who's been allowed extended time off to have time with his family. Crystal Palace have 4 players unavailable, who are Cahill, Tompkins, Van Aanholt and Nathan Ferguson are all unavailable. Otherwise, all their squad are available for them to choose. In midweek, in a penalty loss in the Carabao Cup, Crystal Palace made 10 changes, keeping one player, Jeffrey Schlupp, who played in the previous game versus Southampton, where Crystal Palace won. Van Aanholt being out injured is a bit of a plus, even though it's a sorry thing. He got injured in the match versus ourselves last season. I think it was a dislocated shoulder. And for those who remember, he scored the winning goal in injury time, which was the winning goal as we lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace at Old Trafford in August last year. So, my possible 11 tomorrow, here is my prediction. A couple of surprises in there, which you may be able to see. Even though Ollie said Pogba is fit, I think after having COVID, he might want to just ease him back in a little bit, maybe in the second half. We know that Ollie likes to play with his new toys as quick as he can, so I think it may be a start for Van de Beek tomorrow. Matic came back into training with Fred on Monday. However, with Fred being a bit younger, I think he'll want to give Matic just an extra little bit of time just to get his match fitness. So the midfield 3, obviously Bruno, Van de Beek and Fred in the middle. Up front, I think Ollie said before that Greenwood needed a bit of time off, which he didn't get. So I think Greenwood may be on the subs bench for this one. I think then in that case, maybe rather than James, Ollie will go for experience and have Lingard as a right attacker. Anyone who's seen my previous video regarding incomings and outgoings will know that I believe Lingard should stay. Not necessarily start, but stay, as I think there is things that he can provide. Plus as well, I think at times, I don't know if you've ever thought this, I think Lingard might be an easy substitution now and again. If you're taking Martial off to put Greenwood in, maybe Martial won't be too happy with that. But I think Lingard is an easy sub. So back 4 as per normal. My favourite, Shaw at left back, Wan-Bissaka, who stayed indoors for quarantine when he came back from Dubai. I think he's young enough to be up to speed now. Maguire and Lindelof in centre half, and De Gea as goalie, starting ahead of Henderson, who I think will have to wait maybe against Luton for his actual proper debut for Manchester United. So, what to expect? They've got 10 players coming back who didn't play midweek, so I don't think tiredness would be a problem. They've got a couple of new players, they've got Batshuayi from Chelsea, and it will probably still be quite a bit of a tough match. But I think that we've got the edge on Crystal Palace, obviously. It wouldn't actually surprise me if Ollie did start Bruno, Pogba and Van de Beek in the same match, because maybe this is a match where he could probably try that. I think that midfield 3 can work from videos I've said where I've talked about this already. I don't think we need to be beholden to having a defensive midfielder, but that's my opinion, not shared by too many people. However, I think, as I said, I think he's going to let Pogba come on in the second half. My view, I'm going to go for it. I think it'll be a 3-0 win for United. I think Bruno's raring to get back in. Van der Beek will be willing to impress. I think it's going to be really important what Rashford does. Since restart, I think he was carrying a bit of an injury still, or the after effects from it at least. So I think that's why we didn't see the Pogba. I keep saying Pogba. I think that's why we didn't see the Rashford we'd seen before lockdown. He was still okay. He did some things, but he wasn't the Rashford that we remember from before lockdown happened. So if Rashford can get himself back to how he was before lockdown, Martial doing what Martial does, Bruno doing what Bruno does, I think we'll be absolutely fine. I'm predicting a 3-0 win, and I'm quite confident about it. Anyway, let's see what happens. Up the Reds!